Good morning. Welcome to another bear camp prep weekend. The final one before we come up for the big hunt. We got stands all laid out here. We're gonna go get stands set. And we brought up a bunch of bait, a little extra if we wanted to. We thought about maybe tossing another bait site in somewhere kind of random. We bow hunted it, we hunted it before, but we'll see. So we got all the bait buckets lined up. And we got stands. Mike and Dad are working on the pellet stove right now.
Gotta make sure we have heat for deer camp.
That's right. So we're gonna set stands today, bait, and then next weekend when we come up for Labor Day weekend, we'll bait again. And then I'm just staying right up here and gonna get ready for bear hunting come Wednesday. So it's coming quick now. But yeah, so big day ahead of us, setting stands, baiting, doing all the work. So. Big bears. Big camera's been popping off. There's some big bears moving in, so it's good. So yeah, we'll see you in the woods setting stands. Well, made it to the first spot where I'm gonna set the stand. Just trying to look around. Looks like the bears are kind of coming through this way. The bait's right down there. We're gonna go in this tree here. We accessed the bait down that way. I came up around this way for the stand. But it kind of looks like a trail right here. I guess I don't really want to be right on top of them, but I'll do a little poking around here. The berry bushes are bad. Got caught up in a little patch there and tore me up pretty good. But yeah, so I'll get probably more than likely put them up here. Just gotta look at what's gonna be the best spot and try to pick a decent tree. So I'll just poke around here for a minute and then get these stands set.
Alright, we got in here by, I don't know if this, I'll Nick numbers them, if this is bait site 1 or bait site 3. We'll call it bait site 2 of the creek bottom. So, Nick came in ahead of me and Dad. We're just getting here now with the bait. We're trying something a little different this year. Nick takes an entirely different trail in to the stand than we do to bait. So there is zero contact from the stand to the bait. Bucket's bait in. Put a little cherry juice over it. A cherry or blueberry?
Smells like raspberry. It's making me hungry. Manhandle this thing up.
Now that's a lid.
That's a lid.
You got a little vanilla here. Spray some scent.
All around the little pile here.
I touched that rock, so we'll get the scent on there. Wash that away. A lot of pictures of bears climbing this tree.
Yeah,
you can see
really
there.
like getting up there where the liquid tar was.
Yeah. All right. It smells like a cookie factory down here. So.
Right, a brush pile.
Yeah.
In there.
Sprayed it all already. Now Nick's up there getting the stand set.
What
So,
was, oh, that's where we dug a rock out.
Yep.
But
So alright, we'll finish here to watch him as he sets that because he doesn't want any more activity up there. And then
We
head
won't
back
walk
and
from here up to there so they don't smell our tracks going there.
head back to the truck and regroup to get the stuff ready to go in and do bait number 2 or 3 or whatever it is. It's the creek bottom bait.
I met up with the fellas from baiting. They dumped the bait for me and came back around, making our way out. So we'll head back, hop in the truck, and head off to the next spot. Busy day, hot day. Never be cool when you want to do these things, you know? It's always gonna be hot and muggy. So, 1 down, 2 to go. Bear track in the mud. Yep. A decent bear. Heading into second bait for the day. Got the stands, both stands and ladder packed on my back. And Mike and Dad back there carrying the bait in. So this is the one that is looking the most promising. So I'm pretty excited about getting this one set and be ready to rock and roll here. If things don't change, this is probably going to be the bait that we hunt first. Make it our number 1 pick. So, freaking bugs are terrible today. I'm ready for some cold weather to get rid of them damn things, but yeah. I'm gonna get in bait. We've got our blueberry spray along again. Gonna dose that around and get the stand set and get out of here. And probably make the truck back up this week again. Fill this, at least this bait. We filled it up on Wednesday and the bears hit it pretty hard. It's all cleaned out again, so it was worth it running up. So yeah. I'm gonna trailblaze a new path into where the stand is so I avoid where the bait is. And the boys are gonna go to the bait for me. So yeah, we'll see you at the stand.
Alright, we have made it into the ridge bait. Position A as we're calling it because we have some magnum bears coming in.
There's some dandies.
Magnums.
Magnum. Compared to the cubs and the sow, yeah, they're magnums.
Yeah, they're big bears. Bigger than anything we've got. So, alright, Nick is over there. He made his way in around there, and we came from down here. So he's gonna get the stand set in that big double maple there. And me and Pa will get the bait in and stand and watch him again.
I'm good with that.
Alright, let's get some bait put in there. Alright, we got the buckets in there. So I'll put the lid on it and pour the cherry juice over it. Oh, we messed up. I gotta put the logs over it first, then put that.
That's what I thought. I'm like, something don't look right here.
Nothing, we just skipped the process.
We could put the logs on top. Push those over a little bit.
Yep. There you go. And then the topper goes on. We'll figure it out eventually. Okay.
Grandpa's secret sauce. Old tradition. Top secret stuff. Can't be telling anybody what's in there. It's like a drug. Can't stop having it.
All right, we got that set. We're a little clustered. So the trees we were looking at were this big double tree right here, but we didn't realize it until now that the trees lean real bad. So we're like, then we hit the conundrum, you know, oh, okay, that tree, no, that tree, no, that tree, no, nothing looks good. So we kind of settled on this one right here, nestled in these pines. So 1 or 2 branches and you'll be able to have a nice little window down there, right to the bait. So we'll see. Nick's gonna get up in there, put the ladders up and see if he likes it, and then we'll go from there. But this bait is set. Position A. Blueberry. Alright, bait is set. Stand is set. Cameraman stand. Nice little hidey hole up there. Looks good. Alright, we'll make our way back to the truck and get ready for bait number 3. So, see you then. We're bear hunters. Of course we stop for blackberries.
That's right.
We even bring our own chairs, right?
You kidding?
Down he goes.
Yep, that's a good chair.
I can't believe I got that on film. And then he shit himself. He's done. Put a fork in him. We're just going to leave him here.
Oh, that's too good. Alrighty, we're heading off to bait site number whatever 3 for today. The last bait of the day.
We got creek bottom bait, position A bait, and
Hail Mary bait. If something, if the other 2 don't produce, it's our Hail Mary. We'll go for this one.
go deep.
This is a new one, something we've never done before. So we lost Dad. He's no longer in the truck with us. We stopped back at the cabin to get some waters, and Rick and Chris are up, so he decided to go have a beer with them instead. So me and Mike are running just the 2 of us on this bait, which is fine. It's not a bad bait to go on and bait.
I'm excited. I've never been to this bait yet.
Yep. So, yeah, we'll get in there. We'll see. I mean, this bait has had decent bears on camera and even some in daylight, so it's not bad. We'll keep it rolling, and we're not going to set stands on this one. If we hunt here, we're either going to sit on the ground at the top of the ridge or possibly on our climbers. There's some good trees up there, so we will get this one freshened up, and then we're going to go do a little deer scouting up where Mike and Jake had been. Me and Dad are going to go up kind of in the area where I shot my buck last year and check things out, and yeah, and then nice shower,
Cold shower and cold beverage.
relax tonight. Probably do some fishing tomorrow with the kids.
Alright. We're heading into the Hail Mary. The long bomb. Yeah. Yep. We're just following some random trail that right before it goes into this bait. That's cut off here, so we don't know if it's a bear trail going in or if somebody else started the bait here too. So we'll do a little investigating. which is hot.
Cleaned out. Is that hair? Is that mold?
Mold.
Looks like hair. There's something right there, man. Yeah, Mike, this is your first time here.
Yeah.
This is what I'm thinking. See that? You can see the dirt up there?
Yep.
If we come sit somewhere right up there, and this would be just sitting with the rifle. Or come down and get in some of these trees with our climbers. You can see, like, this trail here.
Mm-hmm.
They come from down there, and then as we walk through that marsh grass.
Oh, there's trails going all the way through that grass we just came through. We thought it was someone walking in, but it's just game trails.
Yeah, it's just there. And all those deer too, right?
Yeah, there's deer crap on it, so.
We'll get the bait dumped in here. Look at that.
Switch to a little more of a nut mix now, huh?
Make the guy hungry. Make the guy hungry.
Yep.
All right. Well, that's all the baits. So we're gonna get out of here. We're gonna go check out some hunting areas, and yeah, that should be a wrap for this week. I'm sure we'll be back up midweek. So we'll see you then. All right, we're headed back up for our Wednesday night run. New face with us today. First time coming along baiting this year.
Yep.
Finally pried him away to get him to come up. Yeah, the baits are not looking so hot right now. The last couple days here, 2 out of the 3 baits got have wolves on them. One of them is pretty much taken over by wolves. Every now and then there's a sow and cubs that come in, and the wolves are right behind them, so they're chasing them off.
But it has been pretty hot and like a 98% humidity, so that might be why the bears are shut down too. We don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
Gotta think positive.
Yeah. I understand the lack of bear movement the last few days, but the wolves being on there is
I just don't like that.
never a good thing from history. I mean, it just sucks. Sucks seeing them. They're spread. I mean, the baits are spread out far enough. It's obviously not the same wolves. It's, you know, different pack of wolves or whatever on each bait. So, and then the one bait that doesn't have wolves, there's really not much bear movement on that one, hardly at all. I mean, there's a little bear, probably 120 pounds maybe, that has been in and out of there, kind of checking that one, but
He's
I don't
been
know.
eating pretty good. He might hit 125.
Yeah. Yeah, if it comes down to it. But yeah, I mean, I know there's still big bears. Obviously, they didn't disappear. They're around there. So we're going to go into the one bait that had wolves on it this morning, actually. And we're going to bait that one. That's one that has had pretty good steady action of big bears on it. So we're going to dump the bait. The bait's cleaned out, which is maybe also why the bears aren't in there right now, if they know that it's empty. But they cleaned it out in a day or two. It's kind of crazy how fast they hit it. So I'm hoping we dump today. By tonight, tomorrow, the bears are back on it. Then I'll be heading back up Friday after work, head up, and then bait Saturday and stay up there and bait as often as we need to, and then start hunting next Wednesday, a week from today, actually. So
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it's coming quick. I'm glad we're running up again to bait, seeing that the bait is empty. But it's discouraging seeing all the wolves. I'm sick of the freaking wolves. So nothing we can do about it, though. They're there, and
But you gotta think about the positives. Like I said, it's been hot. The bears
That's
could
not
turn
a
back
positive.
on. No, I'm saying the bears could turn back on when the temps finally cool down and the humidity gets cut. You got your gun sighted in. You've been shooting your bow. We're
Yeah.
ready. It's
Yep.
just
the gun sighted in, like you said. We're ready. I mean, we're ready to hunt. It just gotta catch up with the bear. So, and the temperatures are dropping. I mean, it's 68 degrees right now, which is, I have not baited at this cool of a temperature yet, so this is kind of nice.
I was gonna say it was like 20 degrees
Looking,
lower than yesterday.
Looking forward to heading back in the woods at this temperature, actually. So
We We got a bike cop here.
Yeah.
An actual bicycle.
So, yeah, we're gonna head up to the cabin and we're gonna head out and bait, and then we're gonna get back on the road, head home, and we'll be back up this next weekend. We made it to the bait site and we are headed in. The old young buck back there is carrying the bait for me. Such a nice guy. So we got about 3/4 of a mile walk to get to this bait. So it's a little bit of a trek. So we'll get in there and see what it looks like. I'm paying attention to tracks to see if there's a lot of wolf tracks or if they just passed through once or what the deal is. So gonna pay attention as we go in and see what we can see what's in the mud. It's hard to tell, there's so much grass here, but yeah, so we're gonna get in there and I gotta make a couple of adjustments to the stand and make sure that that's set so I'm not messing with that next week when we're up here. And then we'll get out of here and start our trek back home. Hopefully make it home in time to see the kids to bed. So see you at the bait. Alright, you can see it back in there. Stands are all set. Should be good to go. And Mitch got the bait dumped when I was up in the stand. He's over there. Coming around the other side. So yeah, looks good. He thought he heard something in the brush while he was baiting, so there might be a bear or something nearby. We snuck in real quiet. We didn't really say too much. We got the bait dumped. I did what I needed to on the stand and we got out of there. So now we'll wait and see. Hopefully we have some bears hit it again. So we're gonna. Mitch just got his first taste this summer of the wild blackberries.
Oh boy, they are good.
What do you think?
Delicious.
You miss them?
I do.
You only get them for a small window up here, and this year has been prime for them.
I'm glad that I came up here this time.
Yeah,
Those things don't get much more prime than that.
they're good, and they're big and juicy this year.
They are.
But yeah, thanks Mitch for coming along this time.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
What do you think of that bear setup? That's the first time you've been there. That's a new setup.
I think that's killer. Honestly, when I was on the bait looking back at the stand, I mean, like I said when we were walking up before we started filming, I told Nick he'd have to do jumping jacks in order to get spotted by a bear. He's got just the perfect little hole for shooting through with the bow. And then if he would shoot with the gun, I mean,
I'll probably be shaking bad enough. It'll seem like I'm doing jumper jacks up there. So the camera is working. It took pictures of us right away, so I'm thinking of the last day and a half, maybe like Mitch said with the storms, that the bears just weren't really moving. I don't know. So
but it was nice and cool by the bait.
yeah, it's at least 15 degrees, if not 20 degrees cooler than any other time we baited this year. So hopefully that gets them up and moving. So yeah, bait's good and full now, and we're gonna head her out, head her home. We'll see you next weekend.